Hello everyone, it's Darek here from Caliathletics, and today I wanted to share with you the 5 mistakes I done during my body transformation. And even though I was able to progress from this to this in 1 year, I still could get some better progress. So let's get it started. The first mistake that I already mentioned in the Q&A is that I didn't pay enough attention to nutrition, and it was a very bad thing because I focused too much on the workouts. My workouts were really intense, I was really doing my best. However, I simply forgot about getting enough calories in order to progress good in a strength, but also in order to get the better anabolism. And even though I was able to get some progress in the first weeks, since I was a beginner and I was able to build the muscle mass without the caloric surplus, later on I saw myself hitting the plateau, and because of that I was not able to progress even better. So guys, whenever the goal of yours is to build muscle mass or get shredded, despite the really intense workouts, you must keep in mind that what determines your progress is the caloric intake. If you'll be working really hard, but you'll be not delivering enough calories, you'll be not seeing the progress. On the other hand, if you want to burn body fat, but you're not in caloric deficit, no matter how many cardio, HIIT workouts or calisthenics you perform, you're not going to get a good results. And now guys, another mistake still connected to nutrition, since it's very important before we move to the workout part, is that I was trying to eat too healthy and too clean. And the thing is that when I understood how important the nutrition is, I decided to estimate my caloric needs and to finally start being on caloric surplus. So because of that, that was the first very good step. I started looking on internet for some inspirations about the meals. I started to read a lot, and since I was a beginner and I didn't have much of the knowledge, I found some misleading information that I should always eat like the rice and chicken, choose the oatmeal for the breakfast because those products are super valuable and I'm going to build muscles on them. I shouldn't be consuming the sugars, I should eat a lot of fruits, and so on and so on. And since overall that was a sort of good advice, for me it wasn't. Since I had to consume over 3,500 calories and even more, I was not able to get so much calories by eating the chicken and rice, the oatmeal. Why? Simply because these products are high in a volume and low in the calories. And since it includes also a lot of fiber, I started to feeling full after just a few meals, and because of that I was not able to get on caloric surplus. And when I understood that what counts in the end is the caloric intake and the macronutrients, I removed from my nutrition the meals I hated, so the oatmeal for example, and I started to include a bit more of the processed food. And at the end of the day, when I felt that I have, let's say, 500 calories more and there is no way I can eat more sandwiches and so on, I simply started to include the snacks and to get additional calories out of them. And guys, do not take me wrong, you should always aim for eating as healthy as possible, just in case you cannot get over your caloric needs. That can be the way you can consider. And let's move now to the workout part you may be more interested in. And the third mistake I made was not doing the deload weeks, having lack of the workout periodization, and also missing the supersets. And the thing here is that whenever you work out really hard, you should always make the deloads every 4 or 6 weeks in order to be able to progress in long-term time and not lead to overreach. I remember that after the half year of my workouts, I really pushed myself to the limits when I was working on a lot of skills. And I remember that after 2 months of working so hard, I stopped having the progress, I had a regress. And because of that, I took 2 weeks off workouts completely, and after that time, the progress was so good, I was finally able to regenerate properly, and this is what I recommend you all. Include the deloads in your workouts. And also when it comes to the supersets, simply because I was not including them into my workouts, these were definitely too long and that was not really necessary. And by the way, I recorded a video about the supersets and how to implement them into your workout routine. So guys, stay tuned, it's going to be uploaded on my YouTube channel within the following weeks, so make sure to subscribe to that channel. And guys, lastly, I missed the workout periodization. That is also very important in order to let you progress in the long term of time. If you'd like me to create a video about that topic, also let me know, because it's quite interesting and it's like so hard to explain this in just 30 seconds. And the fourth mistake I made during my body transformation was jumping too early into so advanced calisthenics skills. And I'm super happy I didn't do that for a long time, because I would be definitely injured. However, believe me or not, in the first month when I just started calisthenics, I was already trying to get the human flag, already working on the back lever and so on. And since after a few weeks of trying that, I noticed that there's no way I can get it, I decided to leave it for a while and start working on the basics. And that was a really good decision, because after a few months working on basic exercises, getting that strength, when I then moved to the skills practice, it was like some of the skills I was able to get just by trying it for the first time. And that was because I was able to develop the solid strength. So guys, do not underestimate the power of the basic exercises. However, obviously later on, if you want to work on really advanced calisthenics skills, you still should include the progressions and adapts. And guys, the last but not least mistake I done, that is also very important in my opinion, is that I was influenced by others' progress and also by the mislead information. So when working out, I was in process of learning, of getting the information, and despite the books, articles and so on, I was also using the internet sources mainly and getting the knowledge from more experienced athletes. And the thing I believed in was that when I saw this guy that is using this method and he's getting great results with that, it's also going to be great for me. But guys, if something is working for one guy, it doesn't mean it's going to work for the other. For example, you got a friend that is working out for 3 months and he's not really seeing the results, and later on he starts supplementing the protein powder, and later on he suddenly got the progress, and he's saying like, oh, just because I included the protein powder in my nutrition, I'm getting the results because I got more protein intake. And he really believes in that. But if you look at that from the other side, let's say this guy needs around 3000 calories in order to build muscle mass, and he was consuming, let's say, 2700 over those 3 months, and he didn't show results simply because he was under his caloric surplus. And when he started to supplement with the protein powder, it also includes the calories. He was using also the milk, he was doing the shakes, and because of that he was able to get over his caloric needs, and because of that he started seeing the progress. But what he said was that I didn't have enough proteins, I started consuming the protein powder, I have the results, you should try it as well. And the thing is that he could get the same results by including, let's say, a snack. So that was the example of the nutrition part, and it works exactly the same with the workouts. So for example, you see a guy that is really experienced in the calisthenics and he's giving you advice that you should try, let's say, 20 sets for each muscle part. He's doing that, he's seeing great results. And since you're, let's say, beginner or intermediate athlete, you're going to try this program and not seeing the results and get overtrained easily. So what works for him is not going to really work for you because you're not that experienced, the volume is too high, you're going to get the overreach really quick. So guys, there's nothing wrong in taking inspiration from others, it's really good, but you should always consider that everyone is individual, and what's working for the calisthenics beast is not really going to work for you. You should always test it on yourself and adjust to your current level. Okay guys, that was everything I wanted to share with you today. Hopefully you will be not doing the same mistakes. And also, if you enjoyed this content, leave a like, subscribe to this channel. This will help me to grow. And also, if you got some ideas about the upcoming videos I could create based on my body transformation, so to share with you some experience and advice that I got from that period of time, let me know. I'm willing to do that. I'm reading all comments. So guys, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Peace.